I'm doing this to hold myself accountable just because of the fact that obviously from the title of the video as well as the gameplay that you're seeing with me playing on Stakeout, yes, this has to do with me reaching, I believe it's Prestige 5 in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I know when it came to like the other videos, I had kind of like a small commentary, getting to that Prestige playing with friends, whether it be multiplayer or even like the last one being zombies, which it's really interesting to see that that one was like 3 weeks or almost a month ago. So it almost took me a month to get to this next prestige, right? But when it came to this one, a lot of my friends were off doing their own thing, or some of them were playing Warzone, and I didn't really like playing Warzone because I wasn't leveling up as much because I'm not good at Warzone. So I kind of decided to do things on my own, which came to obviously like how you're seeing in the gameplay, me playing Stakeout within this actual gameplay. I don't know if it's going to show the complete thing, but as you can see, my baseball bat is gold. To get to this prestige, I was actually grinding a lot of the melee weapons to get it to diamond, because I don't know if it works the same in this Call of Duty, but I know in prior Call of Duties you would get like a bunch of XP for getting gold and diamond. So since it's double XP weekend until January 3rd, I thought it'd be the best time to try to get these things diamond just so I could start leveling up a lot quicker. So I was kind of using the melee weapons on Stakeout to get to like the final levels of Prestige 5, which I feel bad making this video because at the time of this recording, obviously it's New Year's Eve, so it's going to be a pretty, pretty big year. I'm already actually Prestige 5 like in the mid 30s, so I've just been doing a lot of grinding this time around, and my main goal is to probably get to Prestige 6 by the end of the double XP weekend, so that basically gives me today, which is Tuesday, New Year's Eve, tomorrow, which is New Year's Day, and then obviously Thursday, which is January 2nd, to do a lot of the grinding, which isn't going to be too hard because it's only like 20 levels. Obviously, 20 levels is 20 levels, and it gets, progressively longer as you're getting up. But yeah, I feel like my main goal for like this first month, hopefully, is to get up another video, which is going to be crazy because it's going to be like 2 weeks apart, right, of me actually getting to Prestige 6. And if I get to Prestige 6, I think that's kind of like the halfway point. So I'm really excited that after 2 or 3 months of the launch, I'm already this far into the game, prestige wise. And then I know, like I mentioned, I think during this grind, I also got to my AR's diamond. I have my melee weapons diamond. I was working on the submachine guns, but I'm having a bit of difficulty grinding some of the guns for that thing or that category. So I don't know what's going to be happening. I don't think I'm going to be going for dark matter, but if I do, then obviously that would be a video in and of itself. So I just want to do this thing to kind of keep myself accountable and to upload me actually hitting Prestige 5 just because it's a pretty big milestone for me. Never thought I'd make it this far this early. So you guys could probably see that I've been doing a lot of grinding for this game, which is really difficult for me because I know I grind other games. Like I know I do the battle pass for Fortnite, obviously. I do the battle pass for Fall Guys, and I do the battle pass for a pretty dead game that no one likes, which is Multiverses. So I do 3 games apart from this one. So it's really hard to balance all of these. And at the same time, if there's any single player games that I want to play or, other games with my friends, I know it's hard to juggle all of that and Call of Duty or primarily focus on Call of Duty. So I'm really happy where I'm ending for the end of the year. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty sure by the time I'm actually recording this, it's Tuesday morning on New Year's Eve, and it's probably going to be up later. So, I do want to wish you guys a happy new year, and hopefully all of you guys' 2024s were really, really well. And let's look forward to a new year, with that being 2025. For me, when it comes to this new year, I don't necessarily know what I want to strive for. For a lot of you guys who don't know, my primary work is an AMFT. I am an associate marriage and family therapist. I believe earlier this year, like in October, I actually met the requirements, which is 3,000 clinical hours. So I was able to meet my 3,000 hours to start applying for licensure. And then obviously, if I apply for licensure. It's a lot of money that I have to send, and obviously, so once I submit my application, I could take an exam for my license, and if I pass that test, then I become like an actual LMFT, which is a licensed marriage and family therapist. That's usually what a lot of therapists here in California, within like the MFT side, kind of strive for. And I know if you guys don't necessarily know what is the point of being an LMFT, well, I believe once you're an LMFT, I could continue doing what I'm doing now, now, which is doing like individual therapy with individuals for like a higher rate, or like I'll have like a pretty big increase in my pay. Or I know the bigger goals for a lot of people is one of two things. One is becoming a supervisor, as well as the other one, which is like the bigger one, where a lot of people see a lot of increase in pay, is actually being your own boss, I guess, because when you're in an LMFT, you can actually open up your own private practice. So I have one of two options. I don't necessarily know what I want to do, but obviously I'm still going to be in the process. And within 2025, this is where I believe, now that I have my hours and I was bulking up a little bit more of my hours, I think this is where I'll actually submit my application. So maybe down the road I can make a video, for all of you LMFTs out there, or AMFTs within the process. I know it's interesting because the content I make doesn't really connect to, my own profession. This is just something I do for fun, or I know I've mentioned it multiple times at this channel when it comes to, the videos that I post with me with my friends, or even this, mini series that I'm doing. It's mainly just to kind of look back at my fun times of playing with my friends. So this is kind of like a portfolio of just like remembering a lot of those things that I didn't really have prior. So yeah, I'm really excited for this year. Other than that, I don't necessarily have any other big goals for 2025. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, what about the content creation side? Like, the videos that you make, or streaming on Twitch." But for me, content creation has never been like a big thing for me, just because it does take a lot of time out of my day. I know I play a lot of video games, and it'd be easy just to do what I'm doing now, right? Just uploading a bunch of, just me speaking with my friends and having a good time and trying my hardest to, do good in Call of Duty. But at the end of the day, just seeing it as like a job or something like that really kind of turns me off from the idea of doing it. So that's why I just like this, where it's just gameplay, sometimes me talking, sometimes me having fun with my friends, and like the minimalist editing, just because I'm not the best at editing. So when it comes to like the content creation side, I don't necessarily know what I want to do with all of this, because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily know what this channel is apart from just a pretty big portfolio of just me having fun with my friends. I know I've been a pretty big like avid moviegoer recently within like the past year, because I always like to shout it out even though I'm not sponsored or affiliated with it, but I am a AMC's A-list rewards person. So I do watch a lot of movies, and I know I have like a letterbox, and people were telling me like, "Oh, you should probably be doing like reviews of some of the movies that you're watching," because I'm watching like at least one movie a week, and it's always like the hidden gems that I'm watching out in the theaters as well, to kind of make ends meet for, that type of membership. And I've always thought about doing that, but it'd just be weird in regards to just uploading a multitude of different types of videos here, because I know back then there used to be like a bunch of spoilers, reviews, leaks, and stuff like that for things like Dragon Ball, which I know has been pretty dead, apart from like the news and information about, there being like a one chapter panel that they're going to be doing in February of next year, which is really cool, and I'm really excited to see what they do with Super. And then obviously everything with Daima going on, with like, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta being introduced, and so on and so forth. But apart from that, it's been pretty dead. And then obviously mixing that in with like the commentary and the gameplay, it'd be like a weird channel for me to run something like that, with like gameplay, funny moments, and then like movie reviews and stuff like that. So I think for the most part, I'm gonna just be keeping this thing my baby, as like a passion project of me just uploading, funny moments with my friends, or moments that I feel like were pretty funny for me to remember and look back at. Because, going back to like the old Warzone videos from like COVID time was a really interesting thing for me to do, and see how much fun we were having when we were all locked up within our own home. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily have too much else to say other than, 2024 was a big year. Oh, I know a big thing that is coming in 2025 that I just recently did, is that I booked a hotel for Las Vegas, because I'm a pretty big wrestling fan. For a lot of you guys who don't know, professional wrestling like WWE and stuff, and I plan on going to WrestleMania. I believe it's 41 in Las Vegas, so I already booked the hotel room. I'm just waiting to get a little bit more, to save up a little bit more for the actual tickets to the event. So I'm looking forward to that event. I know I live here in California, so from California to Vegas, it's not too far. And I think in when was it, 2022, when it was here in California, I did the opportunity to go. Obviously, it was a lot cheaper because I didn't have to rent a hotel room or anything like that. But I really enjoyed the experience of going to WrestleMania. So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. And probably is going to be like the biggest event that I attend in 2025. So I'm really excited for that and to see how that goes. And maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I won't. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, there's a lot of things to look forward to in 2025. And I'm really hoping that it's a big year because I know 2024 was pretty slow for me. It kicked off more towards the end because I was doing a lot more outings like to Universal, Disney, so on and so forth. But like as a whole, I feel like I was kind of stagnant. So hopefully once 2025 rolls around with like, possibly becoming a licensed marriage and family therapist, WrestleMania, and other things down the road, hopefully it makes it a lot better for me or that I actually enjoy the things that I'm doing. But, at the end of the day, hopefully you guys are in it for the ride. I never ask for likes, comments, subscriptions, or anything like that because, like I mentioned, this is just more so a hobby and a passion project for me. So never feel, because at the end of the day, I don't want people to come in bulk in regards to like subscribing and stuff if I'm not going to be uploading or as consistent as like other people who do deserve it. Like I know one of my, good friends back in the day, Degra, who does a lot of reaction videos nowadays. He's been killing it when it comes to his content. And even when he's like out on vacation, he does amazing vlogs and everything like that to kind of keep us really entertained. And I've really enjoyed the content that he's making. And he's gotten really, really big. I remember I met him when he was a couple thousand, and right now he's getting close to 50,000. So it's really interesting to kind of see a lot of these people who are, built for the grind, getting that payoff because Degra is an amazing person and his content and his reactions are just so, so amazing. And I wish him nothing but the best, as well as like any other small content creators out there. But with that being said, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stop yapping at this point and, really wish all of you guys a really happy new year. Like I mentioned, I believe I'm gonna be uploading this on New Year's Eve. So, hopefully you guys do have an amazing new year in and of itself. And hopefully you guys have a lot of goals that you want to achieve just like me. I have a couple minor ones, but they can be considered big long-term goals as well. So hopefully a lot of you guys enjoy, the end of the year. Hopefully you guys take some time to reflect on your 2024 and see what you want to achieve for 2025. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, and hopefully the grind to Prestige Master could go as smoothly as I wanted to. Okay, so hopefully there's a if things go well, the Prestige 6 video should be coming up shortly within the next couple of weeks. But until then, hopefully you guys have a wonderful new year, and I'll catch you all, as they say, next year. Peace out, y'all.